The Centrelink debt recovery debacle continues. Indeed, the department continues to send out some 4,000 incorrect debt notices each and every week, something that's about to get even worse as the debt recovery program is expanded to the age pension and the disability support pension. There can be no doubt that this program needs to be shut down and that it needs to be replaced with a new system that is timely, accurate and fair. Look, I'm the first to agree that any overpayment of Centrelink benefits should be paid back. Of course it should be paid back. But the system to identify those overpayments needs to work, and the current system is not working. There are some big problems with it, and probably the biggest problem is the way it is seeking to cross-reference incompatible data sets. You simply can't take the tax office annual income figure and divide it by 26 and say that that was someone's income in any one fortnight. Of course you can't do it that way. And then there's lots of other little problems that an automated system is not making sense of. For example, if a Centrelink officer has entered similar data but on two separate occasions and perhaps names the company slightly differently, then the computer thinks it's two different companies and the payment was made twice, when of course it was only paid once. So these are just some of the examples of a system that is poorly designed, and these are some of the reasons why Centrelink is sending out as many as 4,000 incorrect debt notices every week. Almost inevitably, so much of the conversation about this issue is about numbers. The thousands of incorrect letters going out, the thousands of people being affected, the millions and indeed billions of dollars the government hopes to claw back from the community. But you know what, there's a human face to this, and I'm seeing this in my office, where hundreds of people from right around the country, and many from my own community here in the Denison electorate around Hobart, they've got in touch and they've told me their stories. Some of these people are scared stiff. Some people have even talked of self-harm. These are often vulnerable people on low incomes, and imagine how frightened they are when they get an official letter from the government saying they owe hundreds or even thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. Sometimes they're so scared they just pay it. Pay money that they don't owe. Pay money that they can't afford to hand over to the government. This is wrong. Now, while the government has made some small adjustments to the Centrelink program, it hasn't gone nearly far enough, and it certainly continues to refuse to admit that there's a big problem and it needs to shut the system down and replace it with a new system. But there is some hope. I'm pleased to say that, prompted by people like myself, the Commonwealth Ombudsman is now conducting an inquiry into the matter. And the Senate, to its credit, has started its own inquiry into the Centrelink problems. But as is often the case though, it's up to the community to do what it can. So I urge you, if you're concerned about this dodgy Centrelink debt recovery program, then please get in touch with your local MP, ring up Talkback Radio, write a letter to the newspaper, do what you can do to keep this issue alive and to keep the pressure up on the government. Because yes, the government should be trying to claw back overpayments of Centrelink benefits, but no, it should not be sending out 4,000 incorrect debt notices a week. It should not be scaring people. It should not be targeting some of the most disadvantaged members of the community. It needs to shut down this current debt recovery program and replace it with a new program that's timely, accurate and fair, and it needs to do it now.